Well, Merry Christmas, guys, from Nathbet.com. I trust you all had a good one, and the big man came and delivered the goods. Unfortunately, we couldn't due to that late penalty by Ricky Lambert at Fulham. That really cost us dear. Fulham looked like they were going to be easy winners. Berbatov having plenty of chances. Unfortunately, it finished 1-1. Southampton grabbing a point. That cost us that 9-1 treble that hurt quite a bit. But if you've been following us lately, it's just that one little goal that's costing us 2 or 3 wins. I think we're going to onto a good thing though this weekend. Obviously a short week, and it will be next week as well with the new year fast approaching. I've done things a bit different this week, guys. I've taken every single team in the Football League and basically tabled their last 6 records home and away. And then I put them into a table, and basically if I have one of the top 10 teams out of this 92 different Football League clubs in the top 10 at home, and they're facing one of the top worst teams away from home over their last 6, then that will be a big match. Not only have I got 5 of those fixtures to give you today, I've also got the dream one, basically the best team, the best record, the very top #1 team, and the very worst record who's travelling to the best record away, and they're the very worst team. And we've got basically like a perfect storm happening. That fixture is fantastic for us. It's Cheltenham against Bristol Rovers. Cheltenham, the best team in the Football League at the moment. Bristol Rovers, away from home, the worst team in the Football League. Therefore, I'm tipping it in the double, the treble, and the fourfold this week. Like I say, it's the perfect storm. It's pretty much the perfect bet, or it should be can't say it myself. Statistically, too many sherries, I think, at Christmas. So like I say, it's a bit of a risk because we'll put them in the double, the treble, and the fourfold. But you know, I'm really confident about it. That's why I'm confident about it. I want to give you a bit of explaining. If you should see the streams of notes and stuff I've got analysing these games this weekend, it's crazy. So, like I say, we're doing our very best here. I want to make you a profit, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do this week, game week 20. So, with the double, Cheltenham, Bristol Rovers, 8-11. It's going to be in all 3 bets, like I said, this week. So we take Cheltenham at home to beat Bristol Rovers. Into the Premier League for the second bet of the double, QPR against Liverpool. Liverpool, really bad defeat away at Stoke City. Stoke City, difficult place to go though, and I know they had to rest a couple as well. But Queen's Park Rangers, okay, they had that one result at home, but they're looking like absolute dead certainties to go down with or without Harry Redknapp. He looks pretty beleaguered at the moment with his press conferences, and I don't blame him, to be honest. Mark Hughes has left him in a huge mess. Queen's Park Rangers, I mean, they lost as well. They got beaten quite comprehensively by West Brom. You know, I mean, they pulled a goal back at the end, but it was really West Brom who were in control for much of that game. A wounded Liverpool, Raheem Sterling and Joe Allen will be recalled, along with maybe a couple of others. I fancy Liverpool to bounce back. You can't keep Suarez out for too long. And I think Liverpool even money to go to Queen's Park Rangers and win is an excellent price. So Cheltenham and Liverpool evens 2.5 to 1 with William Hill are the best price. Remember, guys, just click on the William Hill icon on Nathbet, navigate through, and you can put that bet on straight away. Okay, guys. Excuse me. Like I said, those 5 fantastic fixtures in League 2 this week. Well, 3 League 2 games make up our treble. Cheltenham Bristol Rovers again, like I said, 8-11. Chesterfield against Morecambe. Morecambe really struggling away from home, only 1 point in their last 6. Chesterfield riding high and should go up really through the playoffs. I think Cheltenham Town, they could go top as well. That's another incentive for them to do well against Bristol Rovers. But Cheltenham, there or thereabouts, they're available at 10-11 at home to beat Morecambe. So we take Chesterfield. Now, I know plenty of teams and people know about these boys because Bradford City are in a fantastic run in the Capital One Cup. They're doing pretty well in the league. Okay, not as well as that they could do as in the top 6 or 7, but they're definitely improved as of late. Their home form has been excellent, probably on the back of that Capital One Cup success, knocking those 2 Premier League teams out. They're at home to Rochdale. They're available at 10-11, so we're going to take them. Basically, especially in the short weeks, I feel that home advantage plays a lot more of a significant factor. Around Christmas time, tired legs, you don't want to be travelling away from home really, if you can help it. I feel those home teams, like I say, have a big advantage, and that's why predominantly we're backing home teams this week. Bradford City to beat Rochdale makes up the treble. That gives us a 5.3 to 1 treble with Bet Victor and William Hill. Cheltenham, Chesterfield and Bradford. It's a League 2 treble. I like that one, guys. I'm putting a lot of money on these three, just personally, these three bets this week, guys, because I really like it. Sometimes, especially when you haven't got team news, we like to get the information out to you as quick as possible. It's sometimes difficult to analyse statistics and stuff, but I feel that I'm in a good position this week that I really like the bets. So make sure you get those on. Okay, the fourfold, Cheltenham again, Bristol Rovers 8-11, Rotherham, Accrington Stanley, that falls into the bracket. That was the number 3 team in the Football League, Rotherham, best at home against the number 4 worst team in the Football League, Accrington, who are away. They've travelled to Rotherham. I fancy Rotherham at 8-13 to get the job done here. So Cheltenham, Rotherham. And then one in the Championship and one in the Premier League to finish us off. Cardiff City, we tipped last week. They did us proud, even though going 1-0 down at home to Crystal Palace. They pulled it round, won the game 2-1. Cardiff to beat Millwall. Millwall doing really well at the moment. However, like I say, I think Cardiff are going to be, if you've listened to me and watched me in recent weeks, Cardiff have been going to go up automatically, probably as champions of the Championship. I think they'll upset quite a few in the Premier League next year as well. A difficult place to go, even for a team like Millwall, who are on the up and up. 5-6 about Cardiff. I'm going to take them as the third team in the fourfold. Finishing off in the Premier League, guys, Stoke City against Southampton. Much has been made of Stoke City's defensive problems with suspensions to Jeff Cameron, Ryan Shawcross. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem, to be honest. Like Ryan Shotton, proven Premier League experience, he's going to come in. He played much of last season in the back and in midfield. Matthew Upson, England international. Okay, he hasn't played again this season, so that's a bit of a risk. But you put them alongside the dependable likes of Robert Huth and Wilkinson, and I think you've got a pretty much good line, especially at Stoke, where it's so difficult to score. Southampton, they're struggling. At home, okay, I wouldn't fancy tipping them at home. Tipping them to get beat at home, but away from home, I think they're a soft touch, really. Fulham, like I said, killed us last week, but Fulham should have been 2 or 3 up by the time half time came round, but that wasn't meant to be, and that just happens in football sometimes. I don't think they're going to get a point against Southampton. 13-15 is Stoke City, and like I say, I'm going to take them at that time. I think that despite their worries, people like people up front are finding their touch. Peter Crouch off the bench, he's going to be frustrated. He missed out last week. I think he's going to come on and do the business. The likes of Cameron Jerome look like they're scoring as well now. So I just think there'll be too much. 8.8-1 fourfold this week. Cheltenham, Rotherham, Cardiff and Stoke. As for a staking plan, guys, like I said, I really like the teams this week. I'm going to have a 3-point on the double, a 2.5 point on the treble, and a 2 point on the fourfold. And hopefully we can give you plenty of pennies coming into the new year. I should be broadcasting on the 30th of December for the New Year's Eve, New Year's Day fixtures, and hopefully with plenty of profits to talk about. Alright guys, have a good one, take care, bye bye.